JJK has been on fire for the past couple months, but recently it's been white hot. A banger color page to open the chapter and the cover of Jump issue number 14 with Yuji and Yuta in suits looking clean as hell on the cover. Really good week for Gege, and this chapter delivered yet again. All I need is a JJK season 2 trailer. Mappa, where's it at? I'm waiting. It's almost July. Or if we get like a JJK game announcement at this point, just letting y'all know, if we hop on a JJK game, I'm bodying a lot of y'all. Give me Yuji, Choso, Toto. Don't let them put a car in the game. It's a rush for a lot of people. Coming off, Itadori punches Sukuna because Megami is suppressing Sukuna's power, to him only being able to use about 10% of his usual output. But to him, it is apparently still enough to slaughter Yuji. I don't know about that though. But Maki Zenin pulls up to the fight and teams up with Yuji to fight Sukuna. This is really cool because Yuji was always compared to Maki when it comes to his physical prowess, his fighting instinct. They're pretty similar. And in chapter 198, the foreshadowing of a open domain being the way to use domain expansion on Maki properly. And we obviously all thought of Sukuna is a pretty dope tie-in. Now, as they get to Jump in Sukuna, one of the best sequences is Maki pushing Sukuna into a railing. Yuji kind of wraps the railing that's already bent up from Sukuna, holds Sukuna down, and Sukuna's still calling Yuji dull and boring to him, while Maki just boots him through a wall, and Sukuna just brushes it off like it's nothing happened to him. With Sukuna being out of Yuji's body, does his durability decrease or increase? I'm not sure if that really carries over or not, but from the looks of it, I think he does take a debuff in durability, but he's still not weaker to a point where attacks like that are kind of nothing now, and still not even close to his full or even half of his strength right now, and he's not sweating fighting both Maki and Yuji in close quarters combat. Maki questions if he can use reverse curse technique even after being cut by the Soul Liberation Blade, which is a valid question because Sukuna's reverse curse technique is through the roof, is one of the best in the series. But then it's more so of like, it's more than one soul in a body. The Soul Liberation target one soul each slice or whatever it is in its way. I'm not really sure, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a couple times I laughed during this chapter, and this is definitely one of them, being Maki asking Yuji if he's ready to speed it up after they agree on the plan of capturing, even if it means killing. And as Yuji says, yeah, I'm ready, just the look on Sukuna's face, it just screams, oh, y'all fucked up now. All three heighten their speed, and this 1v1 just has A1 choreography all throughout. I think my favorite is Maki rushing in, Yuji jumps, she grabs Yuji and swings him into Sukuna as he punches him in the side. Then they throw a barrage of punches, he deflects. Just an overall great sequence, and the thing that I really liked, especially this chapter, really amazing art from Gege. I don't know what it was, but it's like he just decided to step it up even more. Sukuna uses cleave, spiders, thread. Now this is just a ground version of cleave. I guess he just gave it a fancy name, but I do like the fact that he used the name spider thread, as he's been referring to everyone who's around him, his opponents, as insects. You need to be crushed, weak. I see what Gege is kind of going with this metaphor of using insects and bugs. I don't know how far he's willing to take it, but curious to see what's up with Sukuna and just this whole thing of bugs and insects. And as Sukuna rocks Maki, which, I mean, damn, we all know these hands rated E for everyone in JJK, but for the second, that point looked like he kind of knocked the soul out of her. But she got back up. She just took it. And it was just cool seeing Sukuna actually acknowledge Maki's her strength. She took his hits with no problem, kept fighting him. Maki went from being disrespected by her family and an outcast by Jujutsu Society to being acknowledged by the King of Curses, arguably the strongest character in the entire series. Now we got Urame pulling up, and Urame launches a maximum output dead calm. This panel right here, I've never seen Gege use text like this for an attack, and just to dedicate a whole panel for one move like this. But this was really dope. She covers the entire area, looks like part of the city, with just pure ice. And we saw this last time in Shibuya when she used Dead Calm on pretty much half of the cast in that one sequence with Kenjaku in them. And Gege, I need the epic Urame fight before the story ends. I know you got it in you. Urame's bag, I feel like this is just a potential we haven't even fully delved into yet, especially when it comes to her as a character. Now in this cold Dead Calm panel, she actually focused her attack primarily on Maki because she wanted to like preserve Yuji's body, because I guess she didn't know if Sukuna was still going to need her or not. And he just said, nah, I don't need it. It's not really worth anything anymore. I got my new body and I got a new curse technique. He's all good. and that they really underestimate Yuji. Now granted, Yuji is not that strong obviously compared to any of the three that's on there right now, but I feel like it's gonna bite him in the ass one day that they're gonna keep underestimating what Yuji's actually capable of, and I think he's gonna get some real sweet revenge on either Urame or Sukuna. I can't really wait for it, because the day we get the badass Yuji final climactic fight, it's gonna feel really satisfying. But Sukuna says it's time to head to the bath for his body to be complete. I think I said in either 212 or 213, one of those reviews, that Sukuna was probably going to fight a bunch of people, then head to the bath. And I was kind of right. I thought he was going to fight a little bit more, but that definitely didn't happen. He fought a couple people and he was held off because of Megami. So logically, it makes sense he wants to go to his body first. Also, I love the interactions between Sukuna and Urame, especially at the end when Yuji breaks through the ice and yells at Sukuna. While Sukuna says, "You'll get a good laugh if you look at his face," he looks like the guy from Haruma, as they both laugh and fly away on new way to the Zenin basement for Sukuna's bath. And poor Yuji, the villain he wants to end the most, leaves, and not only that, takes Fushigoro's body in the process. The last 4 to 5 pages felt like a mini callback to the ending of Shibuya, and maybe it's just me, but ever since the start of Yuki and Choso versus Kenjaku, it felt like Gege has been calling back to his previous arcs, whether through imagery or dialogue, as if things are finally starting to come full circle. Alright, we got a couple of things to discuss. The first color spread, which looked pretty cool, but Urame got there because of Kenjaku, who picked her up in like a flying fish curse and says, "We are still on good time, no need to be so stressed," and she tells him to silence. This is definitely going to be the last time we see Urame with Kenjaku, more than likely. I don't see them really interacting with each other for not too long. We all know Urame was only with Kenjaku for Sukuna purposes, so better, if you enjoyed it, at least you got to see it. Now Kenjaku kept going on forward, and I wonder what exact city or area he's going to. And he's got a new attire that looks like another robe of some sort, I'm guessing. Hard to tell. And between the three big bads, they went opposite directions. So what it looks like is that their groups are going to be split up again. One is going to have to go after Kenjaku, and the other Sukuna and Urame. Because I don't see Sukuna's bath going 100% smooth sailing with no interference. I think there'll be one big fight in the Zenin estate before the bath, and then Sukuna will commence with his full body preparation. While Kenjaku, if he's going on an entirely different direction, they also can't just let him fly around and do whatever else he just wants to do before it's too late. But I want to talk about that in like another video, really go on and expand on that. But right now, our guys and girls are in a shitty situation with 2 overlords just in full control, and they haven't been able to link up with anyone else yet. And the final, I guess, quote or little chapter thing to end was, "Even if you're being mocked, don't let the embers of your rage burn out." It's a great quote to end the chapter, and definitely symbolizes Yuji right now, who has scars all across his body. He's scarred physically and mentally now. And just damn, apparently he looks like a guy from Haruma, which I don't even know what to make of that. Apparently Haruma province was someplace, now I'm just getting this from somebody else, apparently it's like a province that was created before Heian era, so this was someone before Sukuna and Urame's time period, so I'm not fully sure. Hopefully Gege kind of goes a little bit more into that later, because I have no idea who the hell Yuji is supposed to look like now at this point. It's just crazy that we know so much about Yuji, but we don't know everything about him. Even up to this point, it feels like he's still one big mystery. Gas all around fire chapter. Great 5th anniversary week for JJK. Congratulations to Gege though for getting 5 years of serialization and having one of the best selling manga of all time. Comment your thoughts on the chapter below. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out the Sega channel, and it's a more variety channel. You can probably enjoy it. You will find some cool stuff over there. My last video graded a couple of like anime rivals like Vegeta, Sasuke, all that stuff. Check that out. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.